Hello and good day, everyone. Allow me to present my serigraphic printing device, a technology developed for screen printing. My name is Dr. Armando R. Riosora, a practicing patent agent, a product development enthusiast, an industrial design illustrator. I am a two-time regional winner of the DOST TAPI sponsored regional invention contest. And to be more relevant to this presentation, I am a professional screen printer who learned screen printing from scratch. And I am the creator of PrintEase, the serigraphic screen printing technology for any types of jobs where screen printing is applicable. Screen printing as an art and as a business has thrived despite of the emerging new technologies that facilitates garment printing. But for many reasons, screen prints are preferred by most customers for the durability of prints in the garment. Another reason is the value of the craftsmanship and human touch and artistry of the screen printing designs, in contrast to the purely digital prints offered by digital technologies emerging in the present generation of printing. As a practicing professional screen printer for more than a decade, and as an owner of my small screen printing shop, I have a full grasp of the primary technical needs of anyone who wants to start a small screen printing business. It is practically not easy and cheap to start a screen printing business, especially if you are a pure beginner. Screen printing can be challenging. The job can be messy, and you need to be particular in beating the deadlines without sacrificing the quality of the images you produce through screen prints. In my experience, I have identified the needs when starting for this business, which I validated with other screen printing practitioners. Screen printers will all agree to the idea that equipment and people are the most important components in the business. Good equipment and skilled workers are good factors to achieving successful results. Man and machines are equally important. You need equipment to leverage from it, and you need people who can efficiently use it. Because screen printing can be messy, you need to be very careful in avoiding rejected works. And without good equipment, the production can be slow and also messy. But high-end screen printing machines are practically not an alternative for starters and small printing business owners, as the return on investment will take some time. While cheap equipment is also a no-no, it will result in inferior quality and slow turnaround. Some professionals offer alternatives, but these alternatives demand skills. These alternatives may be effective for experienced printers, but not for complete beginners, who will be your employees when you are just starting. As a rule of thumb, experienced or advanced skill workers are paid more than beginners. This slide illustrates the most common issue of printing shared by both beginners and professionals that I am addressing, the issue on image registration. The image on the left is what will result due to lack of equipment and lack of skilled worker. The image will look blurry and of course result to unprofessional look. In contrast, the image at the right is what we are looking for in a quality print. Good registration and accurate printing of shapes that when all are applied to the substrate produces the image. When it comes to people, people are our leverage. If we have skilled workers, results will turn out right. But the fact is, skilled workers can be rare and undeniably also expensive. So, in looking for a practical alternative to start a small printing business with a handful of capital investment for equipment, in people with entry-level skills, but can lead to a profitable screen printing business and get the investment return in a short period. What can be an alternative for a small enterprise, including me? If high-end printing machines are too expensive and you don't want to produce cheap result by using also cheap methods, and you do not want to risk using other alternatives which beginners may not find them handy, then try to print like a pro with Print Ease. This is a simple device but will prove to be handy and innovative, an alternative for screen printers. It is a cost saver. The device will allow you to use just a 1 by 1 inch lumber for your screen frame, which before we used to say that using the 1 by 1 lumber is only for school projects or for beginners. And that is not anymore. I have been using 1 by 1 inch lumber in all my screen printing jobs. Other professionals may be skeptical when hearing this. As you can see on this side, the 2 by 2 lumber is the lumber that most screen printers use because of course it will not warp due to stretching. But using a 1 by 1 inch lumber means you reduce the cost for each frame by only spending 25% of the cost of the 2 by 2 lumber. Using a 1 by 1 lumber for the screen frame, you can already have 4 screen frames instead of only having one when you are going to use 2 by 2 lumber. The issue on the weakness of a 1 by 1 inch lumber is addressed in this next feature of the device. The device is equipped with a main registration frame wherein this slender 1 by 1 inch frame is clamped therein, making this rather weak frame more sturdy, as using a 2 by 2 screen frame. Now, this is the configuration that facilitates the accuracy and in achieving the desired image registration. We have here the plurality of clamp that secures the screen frame to the registration frame. The clamping is made as soon as the registration adjustments are made by moving the screen frame in its desired position. And here is the very simple configuration but is the inventive part. A simple pair of rods interlocking with a small slot provided in the opposing sides of the device makes the device unmovable once engaged. The user will be assured that once a paint is applied, it will fall in the right place, regardless of the number of repetitions the printer would like to make. Because in printing, more coats of paints will result to more vivid and crisp looking color, resulting to what I call professional looking prints. As a result, no mess, accurate registration, faster printing, and if licenses will be interested, this is a manufacturer-friendly device. My production or fabrication is in progress, although I must admit that I am a bit slow in this process, considering that as a civil servant, I cannot just sacrifice school responsibilities for this promising business of manufacturing and selling. But anyway, I use my working model in my screen printing job on the side. But the fabrication is going on again a bit slowly. And here is the package for buyers. The starter kit will include one single platen that will cost 3,000 pesos. It has 4 screen frames and 4 main registration frames, good enough for a 4-color screen printing. Each set of main registration frame and screen frame cost only 1,000 pesos and 4,000 pesos for the set of four. I will provide an instructional video and a user's manual. Another feature of this device is that it is easy to upgrade once the business grows. You just need to buy more platens as your shop can accommodate. And if the number of workers grows, additional mainframe and screen frames can be purchased. This is one advantage which the competing screen printing machine cannot do. For example, the popular carousel setup has no upgrading capability as mentioned in this device. Here are the opportunities that I am looking at. For the total available market, since printing is known and being practiced worldwide, I believe there is a market everywhere. For the serviceable available market, I am looking at startups who want to start small investment and also for hobbyists. And for the serviceable obtainable market, I believe I can cater to the Philippine market, including the Philippine screen printing startups, hobbyists in the Philippines, and schools are also a good market. May I now move your attention to the video demonstration. The machine can be secured on a table, or if a workplace is available, it can be fixed to a wall and line them up. In this video, I just use one set of machine to demonstrate how quick the registration can be done. Once the machine is ready, just coat the platen with a table adhesive to easily secure the t-shirt there too. In this demonstration, I use two color design, and it means I am going to use only two sets of screen frame and registration frame. Each screen frame are already adjusted to the respective registration frames. So please observe how it was quick for me to lay the screen and registration frame on top of the shirt without further maneuvers, because the interlocking mechanism in the machine or the device assures me that when I lay the screen on top of the shirt, it is registered. Observe how multiple coats of paints were applied, with the assurance that each succeeding coat will accurately coincide with the previous coats, making the coat of blue very opaque and vivid. Because when more coats are applied using the coat and dry approach, a more embossed print can be achieved without blurring. Now here's the first coat and the first drying. This is the first coat for the red and the drying. Second coat, dry. Third coat, dry. What I would like you to observe is how the prints or the coat for the prints fall in place every time the registration frame is laid on top of the table. and it's done. I had the opportunity to share my technology with one project where our college was able to acquire funding for PPE production, and one activity requires printing face masks. The college, through our extension program, identified people from the community as partners in the production of such PPEs. I was requested to share my rough technology to them for their adoption, and here are some of their comments. Aside from my ongoing fabrication for selling my model, I am open for any productive partnership with possible licensees for manufacture and selling. Thank you.